Okay, so this video is for Krista. She just asked in my comments about how to know about stones and the numbers of them, which I used on a tumbler. I never count afterwards. I just do some measurements before. So what I typically do, and I only do that once and then just leave my notes somewhere or remember, you do want to measure the circumference first, and please just go with metrics. Just makes it easier to calculate everything, right? So you just measure around. For me, it's about 24.5 centimeters. And then I also do my height. This is going to be 20.5 or 21. And so what you have to calculate is just knowing what stone size you're using, as SS20 in my example, which is 4.9 millimeters. So if you divide your circumference by 4.9, you get 50 stones per row. From my experience, stone sizes are never the same. Like AB coating is a little bit bigger, some are a little bit smaller, and it's typically that they are in a range between something. So I just grade up to 5 millimeters because then I'm just on the, on the safe side. So 245 millimeters divided by 5 means you get 49 stones per row. And that fits pretty well for me. What I do then, just to leave the stone or place the stones evenly, I mark my tumblers typically for the first row at 4 points. So one starting point, you can see it here, it's the silver line. So I always know where my row began. And then I measure every quarter and mark every quarter so that I know if I have 49 stones per row, that means for each quarter, 49 divided by 4 means 12 point something for every quarter. So you will have in 3 quarters 12 stones, and the last quarter will have 13 stones. And then I just know from quarter to quarter gonna be 12, or for the last 13 stones, so you can place those stones pretty evenly. Yes, for the heights, the number of rows you're gonna need, it's a little bit more calculation. So what I do is just, if you're gonna do linear, it's pretty easy. It's just the same. You divide your height by the stone size, excuse me. So you're getting for 4.9 millimeters, if you're using that number, you're getting 42.35, I think. I can't read my own script, that's great. So leading to 43 rows. So it must be 8.5, I think. But I always calculate with 5. So if you divide 210 by 5, it's going to be 42 rows. And that way, if you just multiply 42 by 49, you're going to know exactly how many stones you're going to need if you're doing linear. So if you do want to do honeycomb, it's not as easy because, with honeycomb, the stones nestle into each other. So they are not exactly 5 millimeters plus 5 millimeters. As you can see here, I just measured them. It's a little bit nestled into each other. So you get 9 millimeter of height for 2 rows. So if you divide the height of the tumbler, 210 by 9, you're gonna get 23.33 rows, but these are double rows because we measured 9 for 2 stone rows. So you have to multiply by 2, and then you're gonna get 46.66 rows, which you can then decide if you want to go with 46, leaving a little bit of a wider gap at the end, or if you're just going with 47 rows, and then you're gonna be probably right at the end. For ordering, I would always go with a higher number because it's better to have stones left than to have to order again. But that's up to you. I hope this helps. If there are any questions, just leave me a comment. And please excuse my bad English. just my first video in English, so bear with me. Thanks and have a great evening. Bye bye.